Hi, and welcome to Confidently Fluent. I'm Teacher Mary, and today we're starting something new. This is the first episode of a short series called Quick Fluency Fixes. These are not hard, over-the-top grammar rules that need a lot of memorizing or even like overthinking your English. These are things that the moment you implement them, you sound much smoother, more natural, and you sound more confident. Let me explain why the series even exists. I had a lesson with a student the other day and he sounded really great. He used excellent vocabulary, on point grammar. And there was this one moment where he added an S where he shouldn't have added an S. And it was really obvious. I stopped, I asked if he knew the rule and he didn't. So I explained it real quick. And his remark was really interesting. He said, you know what? It's very strange how something so small can sound so weird or so scratchy to a native's ear. And I was like, that is exactly right. So I want to leave this image with you, right? Imagine it is a Sunday afternoon, you're busy spring cleaning. In the corner there, you find some boxes covered in dust. You open them up and you discover all your old CDs. And you pull your first ever Linkin Park CD out. You dust it off, you open it up, and you pop it in the CD player, which was right next to this dusty old box. Immediately, you get transported back to the first time you ever bought the CD. You just have a great time listening to the music and enjoying the lyrics. However, the next moment, there was a bit of a stutter in the music. It stopped quickly and you noticed it. So you looked at the CD player, you're like, what just happened? And then it continues again. Music continues playing, you don't think much of it, and you continue dancing, having a great time. Now, that short little pause, that little scratch, is literally how it sounds to us. There are some mistakes in English that are just way more obvious than others. It's almost like they're so obvious and so wrong that we immediately notice it. Now, I want to share a little story with you, and I would love for you to listen closely. See if you can spot this little glitch, this little scratch in my speech. The other day, I was busy hanging up the laundry outside. It was a very windy afternoon, which is so common in August here in South Africa. I was just minding my own business, and the next moment, this big gust of wind slams the door shut, and I realized I am locked out. My phone is in the house, my keys not on me, and my partner is at the supermarket. I sit there contemplating my life, wondering if I should maybe break a window and get inside. My dogs are inside. I have to get inside. Also, swearing at myself for not owning a doorstop. I mean, come on. In that moment, I mustered the courage to MacGyver my way into the house when my partner comes walking up the driveway looking upset. I then realized he must have forgotten something. He approached me and said, I forgot my wallet and I had to turn around. My first response was, thanks God you came back. I almost broke a window. Thanks God you came back. I almost broke a window. If you heard that, if you heard thanks God and it really stood out to you, then well done. And it shows that you're really in tune with these fixed expressions that we have in English. However, if you didn't hear anything, then don't worry, that is why we're here. So let me explain. The term thank God is a fixed expression in the English language. We use it to express a sigh of relief. Thank God you came back. I almost broke a window. The confusion happens because we can't say thanks in English. It does exist. We can't say thanks, Mom, for being the best. Thanks, John, for working so hard. But notice the comma here, right? It's directly addressing John, directly addressing mom. So when you're saying thanks God, it really sounds like you're talking directly to God. And we only really do that when we pray. So native speakers will immediately pick up on it, even if they don't know why it's wrong. They just know that something sounds a little strange. There are other ways to say the same thing. Here are some alternatives. We can also say, thank goodness. Thank goodness you came back. What a relief. What a relief you're here. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you came back. Oh my word. Perfect timing. The takeaway is simple. One tiny letter can really interrupt your fluency. Fix it, and you can sound much smoother. Have you been saying thanks, God? Comment down below if you have, and I'd love to hear what other small little mistakes you think you've been making. Stay tuned for episode 2 of Quick Fluency Fixes. Until then, take care.